Taco Bell.
All right, we are live.
Hello.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to tonight's live program. We will be back right after this short intro. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Paranormal Question of the Day. We do live podcasts with live guests, live paranormal investigations as well. We do product reviews, so sit back, enjoy the channel, get popcorn, get a soda, and I'll see you soon. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special live program tonight. Paranormal Question of the Day, but this is more of, in the title itself, it is the Old Baraboo in talk. Before we go to the location, so we just kind of want to get in there and talk about stuff. So. Hey, Charity, how you doing? She's the first in the chat. It's a friend of mine on TikTok, so she's starting to follow all our stuff there too because she sees our paranormal stuff on TikTok. So,
Charity.
Anyhow, so tonight we're like I said, we're going to be talking about the Old Baraboo Inn, and let's start with Wayne because Wayne's the one that got it started.
Perfect. We're talking about Baraboo Inn?
Yes, Baraboo Inn tonight. And if you want to talk about other stuff, we can.
Very excited. It's going to be an awesome investigation, I think. Not much. I haven't been there. I don't think any of us have been there, actually.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
But I think it's going to be a good one because there's so much. All the content I've been seeing is there's so much going on at that place, and it seems like it's such a special, historic place. So it's very, very exciting, and definitely excited to be there. The owner is fantastic.
Yeah, the new one. I heard the old one was not
Yeah.
very, very nice person
Really?
to talk to. But he's the one that has passed on, so we have to deal with his spirit there.
He has,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
I think his sister is the one that owns it now.
Right.
Shelly,
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
How long ago? I guess
a couple of years.
New owner take over. Okay.
A couple of years.
Interesting.
So we're going on February 8th, which is a Saturday. We were scheduled to go tomorrow night, but Wayne and Abby are recovering from being sick, so they wanted to push it out. So, which is fine because what's that?
It's that time of year.
It is. And that's just the thing that I told my wife that I think tomorrow I'll go get myself a COVID shot just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it's gnarly. Whatever's going around right now is crazy.
So, like I said, there's the RSV going on, which is the the respiratory stuff. Yep, that's right. COVID is not as strong, but it still is a plague out there. So,
yeah.
I had it on Christmas, and let me tell you, it was not fun.
COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 weeks to get over that.
Oh yeah. That's the first time I had, I wanted to die.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin's in the hospital with something like that right now too.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, he's got it really bad.
Yeah,
but I guess he's coming out this weekend. So
okay. Yeah, it was so bad. I normally don't have like sickness that makes me cry. That made me cry. I mean, I could barely walk the hallway. My head was pounding so hard, like every time I cough, because the coughing is really bad with that, my head would pop. So I'm like, I always thought I was going to get like an aneurysm or something. So it was bad. Something I don't ever want to go through again.
Yeah.
So, anywho, moving on. So, what do you know about this place, Wayne? And why was the reason you wanted to go here versus another location?
Heat. It's always the big one.
Plus,
But it's got kind of that. The first thing that got me kind of looking at it was the outside because it's such a cool looking building on the outside.
Well, it's a
And
relatively new construction after being burnt down in 1988.
yeah, so it's definitely that's one of the things that drew me to it, but also all the activity that's been reported there. There's been a lot of like there's the old brothel upstairs that's supposedly haunted,
Bring extra
and
money.
yeah, right, dollar bills.
Oh, what's a
You're
dollar bill
supposed to
going to
actually
get you
put,
that day and age?
back then, who knows? Now nothing. But back then, who
You're
knows?
lucky if you just get a slap in the face.
You put a $10 bill down
Probably
there back
what you
then,
get.
though, who knows?
Yeah.
Right.
But also like the basement. The basement's what really intrigues me because I heard lots of stories of some shady stuff going on down there, and a not so nice spirit that hangs around down there. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited to get into that. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of activity at this place.
Yeah, Wayne showed me a clip of an investigator.
Midwest.
Yeah, down in the basement, and my jaw dropped. Like,
Yeah,
you just see a full-on black shadow figure just run across. Um,
that's that's the clearest shadow figure I think I've ever
I
seen.
ever seen, yeah. So,
Yeah. We got to remember we can't touch the pole that's down there because it's got cameras. So we got to
right.
make sure
Yeah,
we don't do that.
no,
And the pole has been repainted several times from my friend Nikki that was telling me about that. And that's where they held like executions basically
Wow.
because
yeah,
that's where the mafia would be all tied up down in there. The mafia had its hand full bore. So,
Mm,
and a notable name is Al Capone that was there a lot. That was one of his hiding spots. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm thinking about, I don't know if I told you guys, but the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been listening to the blues a lot. But there's some music that we can play, probably off air, so we don't get nailed for copyright issues. But to get things moving,
sure.
yeah,
from that
definitely.
era, like swing music and stuff like that, in a way.
Yeah,
So is
I think so. The basement. I found something on. I was reading a few articles, and it said basically the execution poll was like customers who couldn't pay their gaming debts, tried to cheat, romance the
Mm,
wrong waitress or showgirl, or were guilty of some other offenses were
hmm
the ones the mob enforcers took them down there and took care of
wow.
business, I guess.
right. I heard at one point there's actually bodies buried underneath the building itself.
Yep, that's what I heard too. Lots of death.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a
So
perfect recipe.
it is a very perfect recipe. Yeah, recipe. And so what is it that you guys are planning on bringing for gear wise? We can touch into that a little bit as to what you're thinking, what you want to bring. Um, some things you may not bring just because I got a lot of stuff, you got a lot of stuff. I think we both overloaded a lot. I mean, just look at Edinburgh Manor, how much we overloaded.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I
Jeff,
think we're
what do
gonna,
you got?
yeah, I think we're gonna just end up bringing the usual, like probably the REM pod, definitely. Spirit box. We just got a bunch of new cat balls. Um, deck of cards for sure.
Yep.
Some
Dice,
dice.
maybe.
Some dice.
I have some
Um,
dice here.
so
So Charity wants to know if you think there's bad spirits that are going to try and do something there to us.
that's a good question.
Possibly.
the
It all
first time.
depends if who channels.
Yeah,
Right.
wouldn't be the
Um,
first time, but
no,
Right.
I mean,
it's
and
just
Wayne's no
location.
stranger to that. So
Right. I guess we'll have
It
to find out.
seems, seems like all the bad things like to go for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how the SS method goes and where it takes us.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna try and do an SS method this time and see how I do. See if I
Wow.
can. Yeah, I want to try it because I see everybody else do it. I'm like, I better step up my game and get into doing it because you know
Mhm.
it's something that I got to learn anyways to get my ears in tune.
Sure.
Yeah, why
So
not? Huh?
I mean, that's just one of those things.
I think it's one of our team's like favorite thing to do. I feel like doing the SS method. Like I don't know, we've had some crazy experiences, and I don't know, we we always do it and enjoy doing it, and
we get
yeah,
great results.
right, yeah, yeah,
If you want any reference, Charity, you can look at our. If you don't have our YouTube already, you should go there and check out our one on at the haunted jail.
Yep.
That one,
oh man,
that one is a crazy one for Estes method.
So
Estes method is. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, explain it.
Estes method is like the. So it's same as playing a spirit box basically, but instead of playing it out loud, you put headphones on, like the noise canceling one, so you're the only one that hears what's coming through, and you can't hear the questions other people are asking. So it's kind of a way that kind of blocks out the BS that like you know what you're hearing and like you kind of see if it matches up with what they're asking without hearing what the question was. And then that way you it's kind of a foolproof method where you know what's going on then, like what's coming through and that it was kind of authentic.
Yep.
If that
And if the
makes sense. I
question
feel
makes
like
sense,
yeah.
because
Sometimes that's how we get our best answers too.
yeah, and then that's usually when things start to spike a little
And
bit too.
yeah.
And it's a very good, effective way of communicating with spirits.
so can you hear spirits talk better? I mean, sometimes, yeah, I mean, you can
You're
definitely
isolated
hear,
more.
yeah, and you can definitely hear, like when you hear certain words, it'll sound pretty clear, but the box is going through a bunch of radio channels, and you can pick up some clear words, and yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, not all of it makes sense. Sometimes it's just weird things come out of the blue.
Mm,
But the atmosphere and the mood of the spot can change on a whim, uh, depending on how the questions go and what direction we go with it. Because we could
mm,
hit a sensitive subject where it's all like nice to start out with, and then it gets darker as we go on, and then it starts to get really nasty, and
Yeah.
things
mm,
start to stir up a little bit.
mm.
And there's
I
always
think
that human error when you're doing it, like maybe you don't catch the right word. So there's always, I mean, sometimes I think there's benefits to both because if you have Estes, you have one person's ears on it.
Like triggers, yes.
Yeah, like triggers. But you have like one person's ears on it in Estes, where if you play it out loud on your speaker, you have three different people that are hearing what's going on and you can kind of decipher it better together. So both are really good methods, but I think we prefer the Estes.
one instance that like always that I always remember when we were in the basement of of the Time Cinema, and we asked when Wayne was under the headphones. We asked what color is our light, and right away Wayne says red, and just like those things, just kind of I don't know, make you wonder and just like what are the odds of you know that happening, and it's I don't know, it's mind boggling and
Yeah.
I'm also a big opponent. Do you think when we use different color lighting, do you think that helps draws in the spirits in a certain kind of way to like ease them on in? Or do you think that like the lighting has nothing really much to do with it except for capturing the moment as in a different kind of setting?
it's a good question. I think it does. I think it definitely could change things up a bit and yeah, change the energy up and draws the spirits in. But
It
Sometimes you
is.
wonder, like, if it scares them or if it brings them in. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that color like would scare them or you know,
mm,
just kind of a different thing. I've never really thought about it, but like,
right.
I wonder if that color would like if the red light would scare some of them, like if they're kids. I guess I've never really thought about that.
Maybe it's
Mm.
something we could try on the 8th of different color lighting and see what happens if there's different results.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Try that.
Because I showed Wayne these like egg light white lights that I got off the TikTok shop. Yep. We are gonna try different colors. Yep. And so we're gonna try that when we have the lights out. I'll put them. I have two of the little balls that change all sorts of different colors. It runs off my phone. Whatever light color I want, I can have it. Uh, Obviously, the whiter ones brighten up the room a little bit more. The reds, the blues kind of darken the room a little bit, but it still gives off that effect. So we'll try that and see what happens. So,
Sounds like a plan.
um, so you want to talk to people about B-roll, John, and what B-roll means when it comes to investigations.
Um, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, just getting, like for instance, our YouTube videos, we just like to take kind of videos of the outside and the inside and kind of place them throughout our video to kind of tell more of a story and make it a little bit more, cool effect to it and fun to watch. Um, yeah, it takes a lot of patience and time to do it. So we usually go to these locations a little bit earlier to get our pictures and videos of the outside and inside. And um, whenever a owner, wants to, um, wants to kind of like for instance, when we went to Cambry, Rebecca, she was super cool, and she let us, kind of film her telling, more of the story of the place, and so we like to do that whenever owners are, up for it. Um, but yeah, it's a lot to it, and we enjoy it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does a really good job with the B-roll for all our videos and putting them all together and stuff. He's uh he's our big editor and he puts a lot of time into it and stuff. So he does a
Yeah.
really good job with all that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's definitely I have to take lessons a little bit more too because it's like you think you do a good job, but then you see what he does is like, oh shit. It's like, damn it, John. But I mean, that's just how it goes. Each all have different tastes of how you want to present a video and how you
Mm,
in what manner you want to take it in and what gets the most results. I mean, that's just it. I mean, what you catch is what I catch, and what they catch is what they catch.
mm.
Um, and try and pull it together. Really, there's a lot of times too where if I got video footage or EVPs or whatever, I'll send it their way, and he can put it into the video because it's like that's he can integrate it a little bit better. So and it helps.
Right.
Let's see. So we're there for 12 hours, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes, 12. She said 12 plus. I don't know if that means like it's negotiable or I don't know. I don't know what 12 plus means. But
For what we're paying, it should be 12 plus.
yeah. So
So
mm,
that's just my
it,
opinion.
yeah, and we get the bar in the downstairs from 7 to midnight. And then we get the brothel for the rest of the time, which I'm excited. That should be an interesting. I think I might be most excited for next to the basement. I think I might be most excited for the brothel part
really?
Yeah.
because I've seen
And,
lots of stuff go on up there, and one guy caught like a voice, like
mhm.
a moan up there. So it's
Wow.
pretty. Yeah, we are staying overnight, Charity.
Yep.
We're
That's what
we're
we
staying
do.
up in the upstairs.
I think I'm gonna be most excited for the bar. I can grab a
Yeah.
drink. I mean,
Grab a drink.
grab,
Or y'all could do a
being,
bourbon shot or something.
right? I'm kidding.
Throw it be on fire for the rest of the month or night. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
or
John's
it could be for the
puking.
month. I never had bourbon before, actually. Never
My
know.
father-in-law loves bourbon. They go down to the bourbon trail every year in Kentucky, and they love it.
Wow.
Will the cameras be going all night?
They'll try.
Right.
I'd
Yeah.
like to set up like while we're sleeping.
Mm,
We've never
Yeah.
done that, but I'd like to see like how it affects us like while we're sleeping. But there's
Like,
no way that I figured out yet that'll have like that constant. You'd have to have that constant power source
mhm.
to do it all night. But
mm,
I don't know if we're capable of doing that yet or not. We don't. I I still don't know everything about our new camera that we have and stuff. Like
Well,
our
the battery
night vision.
backups and stuff like that. I mean, it's gonna hook it up to
mm.
that.
Yeah.
Something we'll look into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, it's just a matter of what we can get and trigger and whatnot. And do you think, like, if you're sleeping, do you actually gonna like, is your mind gonna be focused? Like, okay, I'm sleeping, and the camera's on me all the time. Like, is that gonna be hard for you to sleep with that,
I don't think so. Not for me. I don't think.
or would
I
it be
mean,
hard for Abby?
I don't think with her either. I think the thing that would make it hard to sleep, I think, is knowing that you're sleeping in a haunted location. For me, is what you that's what usually makes it hard to sleep for me. Like when we were at Edinburgh,
Uh huh.
I did fall asleep. It was during the day and it was for an hour. But every time you would shut your eyes, you'd kind of go like this, and then all of a sudden you'd hear like a something
Mm,
hitting something. And you're like, okay, back up.
Yeah, and that's
right.
the thing with
So
Edinburgh is what you're gonna get is you're gonna get that all the time.
yeah.
It's a very uneasy, restless location a lot of times, but depending on how hard we go at it, I mean, I could pass out like that, no problem.
Oh, in the
And
house I slept no problem.
yeah, so
But
did I.
if I tried to sleep in there, I wouldn't get a lick of sleep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
It's just
that's
too
where.
active.
Yeah,
You should.
John's got to be ready for that in May.
I'm asleep in
John
the
fell asleep
basement
in
at
this.
Edinburgh.
What's
Yeah,
that?
right. You
I'm
fell.
asleep in the basement at Edinburgh.
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna do
says
that.
it here and says it now. He'll chicken his
Yeah,
ass out when we get there.
yeah. He fell asleep last year and missed all the good parts.
He did. He did.
The walkie-talkie part and everything.
Hey, I had to
And
get
that's
my
another thing
sleep
we'll
in.
bring. We'll bring walkie talkies with us, and see if we can get something through there at the bar. Are we gonna hit a casino before we go in?
I hear there's a haunted
Yeah.
one up there.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, about the ghost of
Oh, okay.
money lost. Money lost.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty close. We're in Bear. Hold on. Research.
How
well,
far is it?
It's
What,
Wisconsin
pretty
some
Dells not
close.
that far. It's about a 10, 12-minute drive to Wisconsin Dells, I think.
Yeah, and it's not even in like the Dells part. It's right in Baraboo. So
Right. Now, the other thing we could do too the very next day is test the Highway 12 to see if we could find the hitchhiker.
that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
That's an urban legend. That's on
Yeah,
that.
I've heard of that before. Yeah, yeah.
So we
we could
could
go to
try
that
that.
cemetery.
Yeah, downtown.
We could do a cemetery too. Yeah, that's a pretty cool cemetery with
Yep,
Del
I've walked
Boyd.
in there before. Yep. So lots of stuff we can try. Um. So now Charity was talking about triggers. Yes, we do have some triggers that we're going to be using. Like I said before, we're going to be talking about Al Capone, dice, stuff like that. Maybe try to play some poker on the table. We're going to go live through some of this stuff. I know Small Town will probably be live on TikTok. Depending on how my system works, I'll probably be live on, right here, YouTube. Maybe TikTok. We'll see how that all works out for me as well.
Our TikTok is currently down.
Oh, really?
If John,
Yeah.
if John can send me the info to log in, we could get in because I still have the
Yeah, I
app
gotta.
downloaded.
Yeah, I
But
gotta
John
find
deleted
that.
it.
Yeah, I
You got rid of
deleted
the
it.
app?
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought it was gone forever.
Oh my
I know, I
god.
messed
Yeah,
up.
you're screwed then because you can't download that app no more.
I know.
Well,
So as long as
until
Wayne
unless
has it,
there's
then you're
a
good.
unless
Yeah.
there's a buyer for it, then it'll be back in the app store. But if there's
Yeah.
no buyer for it, then
Yeah.
We got to wait 90 days for that.
Is it 90
yeah.
days?
It's 90 days right now what they're talking.
Wow.
If
But John,
anything, we can use my TikTok. We can do that.
I think
but
it'll
if you can
eventually
find that login,
log
send it
in.
to me, John, and I could try to log in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
look for it.
That's the
I'll
only
just
way. I mean, we spent so
restart it.
long getting those followers, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We'll get her done.
it's a
trigger
bummer.
objects in a way. So this is kind of what I brought. Oops. Goddamn cord. Hopefully it doesn't cut my cord down here. Jesus. These stupid ass long cords, I tell you.
Gotta get the cordless.
Yeah.
Well, I like the one I got though.
Yeah.
So right here I got cigars.
Okay.
So these are the big ass cigars. These are the ones that Capone smoked. And I don't know. I'm
Same
tempted. Should we light one up and then get the smell on us before we go in? But yeah,
Yeah,
this is
We
what they
could.
are.
get a little buzz going.
Get a little buzz, right? But this is what we're gonna try. And I've done stuff like that before. I mean, we got a cigarette REM pod that I got that we can use. So that will help us with the smokers. And then I got this right here. This is my cigar box REM pod.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
So, and then on the end it has like a vibration. So if I turn it on and then I hit it.
Oh, it shows the vibration level. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so it's kind of like a EMF detector type thing.
Yep.
Like when you tap it, but okay.
Yep. It's like that. That's what that does. And before the problem, I had to modify this because you couldn't really hear the sound. So on top here, he added like a 5-watt speaker.
Wow.
You brought that to Edinburgh, right?
Yes, I did.
Really? I
Because
didn't see it.
okay, that's John. That's like, oh wow, that was going off on the other side of the hall when we were on the opposite side. That's the
Oh, really?
other REM pod he had going. Yeah, he had it set up on the bed on the other side of the building,
Yep.
On the
and we
second
heard it.
floor?
No, on the first floor
Oh, okay, okay.
where
Yep.
we took a nap, but we were on the opposite side, and I'm like, what is that? That was that REM pod.
Got it. Jeez.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
So
my
there's
dead dog
that
could get
one.
here the day before.
Okay, be curious to sleep. Yeah. It wouldn't bother me to sleep. Yeah, I will. Trust me. Not too much stuff phases me anymore. It's because I've been doing it so long. Really haven't had a building that really. Well, okay, I'm going to backtrack on that. Actually, Edinburgh, the last day, checkout day, that one kind of messed me up a little bit on the second floor. Just because I was looking for my equipment, as to what we do. We go a sweep to make sure we have our equipment. And I went to the women's side first, got so far, and I'm like, nope, I'm not feeling it here. So I turned around, went to the men's ward side, got so far. Nope, I don't like how this feels either. That's enough. I'll go downstairs. So
I want to do more on the second floor this next time.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do the blue room, red room. We'll
Um,
reintegrate that one type deal. But hey, Ghost and Us, how you doing? Hey, Blaine. He is one of my guests in August for the paranormal question of the day.
Oh, nice.
cool.
So, but yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop in Edinburgh. We'll see how the Old Baraboo Inn does, because we got a number, like I said, we got some nasty spirits there. We got the women from the brothel. I'm kind of curious what happens there. Now, are we gonna have Abby dress up or no?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Okay,
What
because
what would?
go ahead.
Sorry. Uh, we could probably find something that would. I would dress up too, actually,
Like, like a cowboy hat
like a gangster
or a
or a
gangster.
mobster.
Yeah, you could do that.
Mob hat, mob coat.
That'd be
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah,
I have to see if I can find something like that, maybe at a Goodwill store or something.
yeah.
Sure, you
Oh,
could.
Any, anything. I mean,
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I have to
I'm
look
sure
on
anything would
Amazon.
be helpful.
Right, right. But I mean, it's like that adds another bit to the trigger as to what we can get, you know, playing and going.
I guess they're supposed to be. I guess like, they're saying drunk cowboy spirits in the bar area.
That
Have
makes
you heard
sense.
of that,
There's a
Darren?
lot of weird stuff that goes on in that place.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch Midwest Ghost Hunter, whatever you want to call
Mm,
it, from the guy
yep.
from Michigan, um, now his video. I don't know if that's one you passed on to me about his video.
Hmm.
Um, I was chuckling, because it's like, oh my gosh, this has happened. Oh my gosh, it's like, he had time to, yeah, you might attract, yeah. Um, that's just one of those things. It's just like, okay, how much of that's true?
Really? would have never guessed
See,
it.
that's
Like
what I'm
less.
saying right there. He's faked a lot of his stuff because
Really?
if you listen to his narrative when he's investigating,
No way.
it just sounds like he's just plain, plain dumb
Hmm. I would have never
in a
guessed.
way, like
I'll have
oh
to,
my gosh, you know,
yeah, yeah. I'll have
like
to check out more of his videos just to
well, he
kind of
does everything on his
analyze
own.
more. Right, yeah, yeah.
But I wonder when he's not filming, what is he doing? Is he actually rigging stuff up so it actually falls or whatever?
Sure.
Because in that video that you showed me with the Old Baraboo in, it was like everything was happening like all the time. Like he was hearing
Mm,
disembodied voices, things are falling off in the kitchen like crazy.
yeah.
It's like honestly, if we're lucky to get one thing to fall, I'd be happy.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't happen as quick and as much as that does in his videos. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you're right. There's things to avoid of who you watch and what they do.
He's kind of bad at editing his
Right.
mistakes. Hmm, interesting.
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
one of us should investigate the building alone for like 20 minutes, or like we'll split up or something, or
Yeah,
just
that'd be
see.
good.
Yeah.
you come up with these ideas, but somehow it's always me, Zach
I don't
Baggins
actually have
over
a
here.
problem with it because as small as the building is, he's kind of right. We should try and do that
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
because
John,
more
I don't
things happen. Hey, I'll do it. I
do
feel
it.
like more things happen when you're alone, you know? You
right.
track the
I mean, we
so
could try the destination fear tactic where we all find like the four scariest spots in the building, and that's where we sleep for the rest of the night,
We could.
good. Yeah,
and just see what
The
an
happens.
idea.
this is going back to Edinburgh again, but for instance, like when John said, like when you're kind of by yourself, you're more vulnerable. The
Right.
basement,
Mhm.
the basement at Edinburgh, when I was by myself, and then John joined me later. But when I was by myself down there, and something got thrown, a checker got thrown at the wall,
Right.
I was all by myself. And then me and Abby were sitting down at that end of the hall,
I didn't believe
and
him. Like,
right.
Nice.
And then John came down there, and it happened again, the same noise.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then me and Abby were sitting on the other side of the hall, and all of a sudden, I mean, I told her, I said, turn the light off, be completely quiet, and you could actually hear it's like somebody was like tiptoeing or like walking around the edge of the room that we were in, like trying to
Mhm.
sneak up on us.
hmm
But we were so quiet you could hear the footsteps going around the room. And there was
Right.
so much like you got instantly just stressed out. So I think when yeah, like John said, when the numbers are low, like when you're by yourself, they're ready to jump.
yeah.
Yeah.
He like to get up close to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm,
And now what Ghost and Us was talking about here, the bar and all that stuff. That this is something to think about here. Um, and this is good that he popped in because he's been there, so he kind of gives us a little dialogue as to how the place
yeah.
goes.
Bar for me- The bar for me was definitely the least active, but they have salt and obsidian stones in the room of the basement with the gunshots in the wooden post. Hmm.
Obsidian, is that like the white kind of uh it's like a
Like
white
stone?
kind of milky colored stone? Is that what
Think
I'm thinking of?
let me
I wouldn't
see.
know.
Or black obsidian. There's like black obsidian. I think that's like the black
Yeah, I think it
stone.
is the black. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
So yeah, we'll have multiple things set up. I can have the REM pod, the cigarette REM pod on one end,
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow. Okay.
All right.
Obsidian can do that, and then there's another stone that does that too. Abby would know. I can't remember what it's called.
Never heard that.
Hmm.
Huh.
Tourmaline. Black tourmaline is another one that's supposed to get rid of that negative energy.
So now I'm kind of
We each have
wondering.
a piece.
Now, what I'm kind of wondering is with all the brothel part, do we have to worry about a succubus or an incubus?
Worry.
Good question.
I mean, like I call it the Dan Aykroyd effect. Are we going to get some of that?
Hey, if they wanna, you put enough money down. Who knows?
I was just throwing it out there because I know I was just giving shit to Abby about that in chat about a incubus.
Hmm.
What'd she say to that? Did she
Oh.
say anything to that or not really?
She laughed.
Oh. But yeah, I'm excited because this is just going to be a very overall interesting location. I'm ready to do this one. I was backing away from it for a while because there's just so many other people that were doing it.
Mm. Ron, it was nice hanging with you guys.
Dark stuff there, but
Appreciate it,
no.
Charity. Thank you for joining us.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
you heading
think
out? All right.
demons.
Thanks for joining us, Charity.
The
She's
demon's
probably
kind
going
of
live
a
on
word.
TikTok, so
Mm. That's
um
awesome.
but yeah, I mean it's like I said, I'm excited, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I backed off, like I said, there's so many other people that were going there so much.
Mm.
Some that I didn't really particularly care for that I did not want to hang around with.
Mm.
So now that we got our opportunity to go, and we always do good when we're in our group.
Right.
Things really go well.
Yeah.
In fact, when we have Nathan at some point to come in along for the ride, it's
Mm.
good too.
How do
Yeah.
you think so we have an old friend that's going to be joining us, helping us film,
Okay.
and he's never ever um, been on a investigation before, but he's excited. How do you think that's going to play out? Do you remember your first investigation?
Whew. Now is this your friend Reese?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's for anybody. I don't know. Blaine could answer that a little bit more for that one for this location because it's going to be new to
Mm,
all of us. Um,
sure.
so, Blaine, if you're still in chat, how do you feel about this being the first location for this person for the first time on a investigation? Do you think it's going to be a little rough on him, or do you think it's going to be a good start?
And I also think with that, like, it depends, like, going back to like Reese coming, I think he's gonna have a hard time, I think, with the paranormal hangover.
Yeah.
Mm,
um
Okay. It'll be
I
fun.
remember my first I remember my first investigation that was rough for me.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like waking up the next day, you felt like you went on a bender for 3 days.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I think as long as he listens to his instincts and stuff and like make sure he communicates how he's feeling, like when we're in
Mm,
Right.
the basement part, he should be fine.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing as long as I found as long as you're respectful and that's your main goal. It's just you want to be respectful and
Just open. Just,
yeah,
go in with an open
open but
mind
not too
and
open. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And that's just it. He's just got to be open minded and ready. Ooh, it's fun.
Right.
Okay.
I believe Mary is the woman from the brothel.
I did
This
hear
is,
the name Mary before, yeah.
Yep. Isn't there one by the jukebox too that hangs by the jukebox? There's a woman that hangs around by that jukebox in the main area.
The
You
Lady
never
in
felt
White?
threatened, so no provoking there.
Could be Lady
Yeah.
in White.
We
Yeah,
don't provoke anyway, so.
often seen in the dining area.
So
She's believed to be the spirit of a woman who died in the inn many years ago.
and
Is
this is
there an
another
alleyway?
thing.
I thought there was like a prostitute that got murdered in the alley there. I don't know if that's wrong or not.
No clue.
I don't know. I didn't come across that.
Maybe I'm thinking of some other person on that one.
But I know in the basement there's supposedly. I just found this the other week. So it says in the basement there's a particular spirit that's said to lock people he doesn't like in the cooler and turn the lights off on him.
Oh yes.
So if he doesn't like you, he's supposed to close the cooler door behind you, lock it, and turn the lights off.
Oh,
Well, you got to make sure that that doesn't happen.
So somebody would definitely have to be on the outside to open that up. But
Wayne,
I think
keep
we
your
should
pants
try.
up.
But I think we should try that.
Wayne would be the one to get locked in there.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Get lured in there.
Yeah.
Follow some lady in a white dress.
That would be something to think about though, like the cooler thing, because I know my aunt's bar had a walk-in cooler, and I remember going when I would go down there, the door would like close by itself anyway, like it was meant to swing closed.
Right.
So it'd be worth investigating, like, is that just the cooler latching, like closing and latching?
Could, because
I don't know.
when I worked at a restaurant, it would always shut behind me, no matter what.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
could
But
be
there was a
like
two-way system that I can let myself out.
Yeah. My aunt had somewhere she could like push on it and open right up.
Hmm.
But even when it does close like that, it shouldn't latch shut. So that's another interesting thing.
Well, Blaine, that's not good. Did you not put enough money down? We'll put that to test though.
Forget to put cologne on.
Yeah, right.
We'll each put a different dollar amount up there and see which one they like the best.
Yeah, if your $10 bill's missing, you're I guess you get
Sorry.
your car.
Oh. She'll end up sleeping with Abby.
That wasn't what she wanted. That's funny.
She is.
I think what I'm going to do, because now we're talking about the cooler thing, is that I'm going to bring hand warmers with me.
Oh, I got some of those too.
Just in case.
Yeah.
If I do get stuck in there.
Well, we would be able to open it for you too, though, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
No.
As long as you got to be able to open it from the outside.
I hope it's not like The Shining where they turn on, shut the door, and put the thing in there. You can't
Right.
go.
Yeah. Come out of here when you're no longer insane.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Like I said, overall, it's going to be a fun location for everybody to get to. I wonder if we play some Western kind of music, if that's going to make a trigger, because it's been around from 1864 to 1988 before it burnt down and then built back up on the same platform. So it's gone through all its country phases and all that stuff, the 50s, the 60s, and all that, 70s, when the country was all big and going on, and blues. We could try all sorts of different things to see what hits more. That's one of those things I'm thinking.
Sure.
I wish we could smoke in there, because I would sit down and try to play poker with the scar in my mouth. I would, but we can't smoke in there though. That's the only bad thing.
Do they have a pool table?
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
So what's the blue room? Is that up in the brothel?
Jeez. Is it like a Faraday cage in a way? Are you talking? That could be effective?
Oh, they do have a pool table.
Okay. Well, we can try and play pool. But yeah, it's something that I we'll see. We just
It'll be
gotta jot
fun.
these ideas down and go one by one. I mean, it'd be our first time, and what we don't hit our first time around, we could get it on our second time around.
Right.
So that's the good thing.
I'm excited.
Blue Room is a
Yeah,
brothel. As far as the cage goes, I don't know. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about the Faraday cage, right?
No.
So a Faraday
Mm-mm.
cage is where the EMF is extremely high. Some say when you have a washer, dryer, and the electrical panel all in a row, it creates all this EMF, and it kind of makes you feel nauseous or make you hallucinate or make you feel that somebody's watching you in the room. It's kind of what the Faraday cage is all about.
Okay.
So,
Right.
you know, they kind of had that at the jails, like in the basement where the broiler or the furnace was, is what they kind of call that room.
Gotcha.
But we're not talking about the jail. Um,
My dead bell should come on February 7th. I
Oh
actually
yeah, I
got a date.
forgot.
I got a
Very
date
cool.
for it finally. So the day before the investigation, so it better not be late.
Oh my gosh, fingers crossed.
yeah, that would
Um,
suck.
I mean, I won't even get a chance to really like figure out how it works. So I'll have to do it like when we're there or whatever.
Right.
But then I was looking at another piece of equipment too, possibly.
I do have other stuff, far as like equipment wise. I had all my stuff on the floor, so
Turn
so I
it
gotta
all
move it.
on.
So I got this.
That's super cool. You were showing me that the other day.
Yep. So on here,
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know
like
how
Cat's
close.
thing, John.
What is that?
That's my spirit box.
It's kind of like
Oh,
what Cat had, but it's different.
no way. Really?
So I'll turn it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
This antenna is like super
Jeez.
tall.
Wow.
But the battery box is, which is nice because you can take it off because it's held on by Velcro. But so this is your sweep. This is your volume. This is your echo. I don't know, sorry. Volume, echo, and then your sweep, and then this is your tune. So basically, I hold it down, and it kind of plays the radio. But if I hold it 2 more seconds, then it should start.
Like sweeping.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just get
Like a
that?
spirit box.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
just got
did.
this.
It's like a spirit box on
Oh,
steroids.
Yep.
nice. Yeah, definitely bring that.
But
The dead bell has been unfortunately debunked to the nines, so just be careful. When you switch it on, turn the knob all the way to the right, then to the left to turn it off, but before it clicks. Huh.
Before it clicks. John, write that down.
Yeah, I'll take a
Or
picture of it.
I'll type it.
type it or just take a picture of it.
I wish the sweep was a little bit faster on this, but this is about as fast as it goes.
Okay, I wrote it down in my notes.
Got it.
But this is
Oh,
from
and low sensitivity.
yeah, you want it on the lowest sensitivity. Because that's my buddy Josh Hurd, he's got his and he has his all the way down to the lowest setting. Because
Okay.
it gets to be way too sensitive, like what Blaine was talking about, because they'll be going off like every 5 seconds, basically,
Yeah.
Jeez.
and you don't want that because then it's useless.
Right. Anything else we should try at the Baraboo Inn?
I was looking at a piece of equipment that's like it's like a red light on one side of the device and a green on the other side of the device. And it's like it says yes and no.
Oh yeah, I've
But
seen those.
it triggers yeah, it'll either trigger yes or it'll trigger no. So I was looking at that. That would be a cool one to have.
Yeah.
Instead of always saying like, okay, do this for yes or do that for no, that kind of thing. Yep, we have a music box. I could put mine down there too.
Yep.
Mm.
Did you have to reset it a lot in order for it to kind of keep it in line with its use?
I mean, it's gone off a couple times, but not so much. But when it does, it's pretty surprising.
Yeah.
But we reset it every so often. Put new
Ours you
batteries
can't
in it.
yeah, you can do new batteries. Otherwise there's no way to really reset it except for
Just
turning it
turning it
on and
off.
off.
Or, yeah.
I did get rechargeable batteries,
Oh nice.
so we can start using that stuff. I flipped it off one time and tested it. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get you on that one because it's like you always want to test your equipment and make sure it's legit the way how you want it to be run. So, and I do notice that a lot of times when you watch paranormal videos about the um music box, it goes off a lot, and I see a lot of people always recharge them, turn them off, turn them back on because it's like it gets stuck.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have a sensitivity thing. It's like a small little circular wheel. I can set it in the corner. It sits on its own stand. So if you see something walking or tapping or whatever, it'll go off. Our voices will set it off though too. That's the one thing I don't like about it is that it hears our voices.
I'll be right back. I just gotta get some water quick.
Okay.
Hydrate yourself, there, buddy. Um, but yeah, that like I said, it's gonna be a very intriguing location, and we're getting a lot of good knowledge here from Blaine,
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
and it helps because I'm sure during the night if Blaine is around, I'm sure I could text him certain things and he can text me back and we could try different things, but um, this is where it comes in handy where you know a lot of people in the field.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, appreciate all the info, Blaine.
yeah. Nikki, I got a lot of stuff from Nikki too, so that's all in chat. So yeah, and that's the thing. That's all we try to do is to do our best when we do these things. We want to be as legit as possible. We don't want to make sure that things look, off. And that's just it. It's like there are things that are going to happen that people are going to say, well, it's probably fake and stuff like that. But that's when it comes into play where you constantly have that video running. But there are times we're going to have to stop recording to set things up. So,
Right.
and then will continue again. But all the
Mhm.
stuff that we get is legit. It all happens. There is no faking because I wouldn't be doing this if that's how things were being done. I mean, occasionally we goof off a little bit and scare each other, but
Mm. Gotta have a little fun.
yeah, you do
Maybe
that kind of
John.
fun
Yeah.
because he can't hear on his left side, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we have
So
the advantage.
Right.
so it's a little fun that way, but
Yeah.
but hey, they got me when they got the blind guy though too.
Yeah.
Hey, can you see that? Let's put this in front of your face. But
Gotta love it.
oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Goofing off is one thing, faking evidence is another.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, just well, take a look at the theater that we investigated. Okay, the cinema. I was completely okay that whole night, fine, till the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I don't
got
know.
super sick.
Yeah, I was super sick for
Yeah,
like
you
2 or 3
seem
days.
yeah, you seem totally normal the whole
So
day and night.
I don't know what the hell. I'm thinking it's a spirit that was in the basement that kind of did me in a little bit.
Yeah, they were all over you
Yeah.
Never
in the
know.
basement, called you old and
Yeah, it was very interesting, and I'm not one that usually ever gets sick from an investigation. I'm usually fine, but that one tore me up. I could not believe it. I've been there once before and I had no problems.
What were your
Uh,
symptoms again? You were
well, I just felt sick. Like
yeah.
I don't know if I had the flu or whatever.
Oh,
I felt
okay.
like I had the flu in a way,
Right, right.
but it's like it just came out of nowhere. Like, where did this happen? How, I was fine the whole night. And then I started thinking
Yeah.
while we were shaking other people's hands as we were going from different buildings, but still, I mean, it would, I was still fine. And then all of a sudden, I was like, what the hell happened?
I mean, we were outside for a while, but it wasn't even that cold. I don't
No.
think. No.
So
oh,
that technically is like the first place that really affected me in a kind of way. So I'll be
was there
curious if
one that
that.
affected was there one that affected you, Job?
That
Kind of
one.
like Darren?
Oh my gosh. Not that like not sick, but are you talking about the Berlin Tannery? Or yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a freaking possession. I wasn't like sick. That yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And
never go
then
back
Wayne, it
there
was your
again.
turn at the jail
Oh God.
twice actually.
Yeah,
The jail was bad, yeah.
The first
Yeah.
time, the first time it really made you emotional. You had to go outside, and I
Yeah.
wasn't there, and I had to call to make sure you were okay because I was watching.
Oh, on the live, yeah.
Yeah,
mm,
and then the
Yeah,
second
you
time you guys were there, things got funky.
oh
So
my god. They're going to the tannery on the 8th. Be
be
careful.
careful.
Seriously,
100% be careful.
be
By that
careful.
ramp, be careful by that ramp.
Should we tell?
Um,
Do you want us to tell you some of the stories right now?
yeah,
I think it'd be a good
Or
me,
idea so that he knows what he's walking himself into.
oh my
From
god,
what
Abby,
I
I'll never.
understand, without even being there, is that a lot of people
Mm.
have a hard time even being on the second floor.
yeah, Abby and I have led like tours there for a little while, and oh, that place is something else. I mean, you name it, I've gotten the back of my hair pulled. I've gotten the back of my hair pulled. I've gotten like stuff thrown at me.
Just talking about that place makes my eyes kind of water a bit. Like I'm not trying to. Have, yeah, I don't. Oh, I'll never go back.
Yeah,
Even when we were thinking about going to the other location in Berlin, I'm like, I don't even want to be in that town. Like
It
that messed me up for like a month, and I was gonna quit ghost hunting, investigating,
the
and yeah.
the we were given tours. This was up toward like the ramp area. And there's a little like staircase that goes down to the main area. And there's like I was leading we were leading a tour through there, and I was like looking down the stairs, and all of a sudden you hear like big steel toe boots like you'd have to wear in a factory, right? Coming up the stairs directly at me, and I'm looking down these stairs, but you hear just
Doof, 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 doof.
going up the stairs, and I'm like, I backed off because I felt a breeze, and I'm looking like right where there should be somebody running at me, but there's nobody coming. And yeah, just be careful by that
Yeah.
ramp. That's no joke. That place, it
Well,
we've had stuff thrown. We've heard growls in the basement.
screams,
Um,
full on screams.
full on screams. I've
Um,
heard like we stepped outside the location. The people we were with took a smoke break, and this was after we went there. The power went out because they had a bad storm, so there was no power in the whole building. So it was like the perfect storm of energy, right?
Mm.
So we come outside of the building, close the door, and you hear a huge growl, and it shakes. It's like I kid you not, it shakes like the whole building.
Well, now I
That
want to
place is
go.
no.
oh,
uh,
we're not
um,
we're not
I,
fans of the owner, but the building itself is a very special building.
yeah. I've had so they do I think they still do like haunted houses there. They have a bunch of props up, and we were investigating one night, and um we're walking through one of the houses, and this life-size clown literally falls over on
Yeah,
top of me out of nowhere, and
yeah.
I almost shit my pants.
There was no
um
reason it should have.
no, this
It's
full on just heavy life-size clown, and I couldn't explain. Um, but yeah, and then we are doing an Estes method down by the ramp, and they heard like a loud scream, and we looked down, and there's like this padlock, like a big padlock, and it's just swinging, and yeah, it was intense.
We're going.
No, I'll never go
it,
back. Uh,
it
but
is like
yeah,
a million dollars, but
Yeah, that's
yeah.
expensive to go.
yeah,
Yeah, more stuff has happened. That's yeah.
yeah.
Um,
That place is full
so
of
what
stuff.
Blaine's talking here about the school, convent, and rectory, we were originally supposed to go there,
Fortunately,
but then we changed our minds.
I'd be down
for
for an
heating
interview.
purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Well,
definitely interview about the place, the
yeah,
tannery
got
for your
plenty
video.
plenty stories.
We have plenty of
Uh,
info we can give you.
you can hit us up on our Instagram or Facebook.
I don't have a card by me, otherwise I'd say you can just scan our QR. But
I think I have some behind me. I have a whole box. I don't know if it'll work if I hold it up. Darren, get me in touch. Yeah, Darren can
Yep, I will.
send the info.
yeah, we're
But
on Facebook too. So if you Google if you do Small Town Paranormal on Facebook,
Yep.
we'll pop right up. It's a blue and black logo.
looks just
And then
like
you can
this.
reach him at
Oh yeah,
smalltownparanormal.com,
John's got it on the
smalltownparanormal9 at gmail.com.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'd like to get to know you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we can collab on a video or something, all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be fun.
And then, like I said, we got the special name for collaborating. We used Paranormal Collective as that. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
uh, so, but anywho, I think tonight was a good episode.
Yeah,
Getting
definitely.
started and talking about the place and figure out what we're gonna do and stuff. and
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be intense. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited. Cool.
I know
I'd like to
Wayne's
get.
ready to hit the casino.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, if it's on the way, I looked it up. It is 12 minutes away. So
That's
can
what I
we
said.
can we really miss it?
I think we
Right.
can hit it and see what happens.
I
I'm
do
down.
want to get another piece of equipment before we go, but
Okay.
it'll just depend on if it arrives on time. And it was on a deal for a little bit, so I want to see if it's still on a deal. But it's pretty cool, and they have a whiskey bottle too that's like a REM pod. I thought that would be cool for the
That'd be
Baraboo in.
Yeah.
Like a booze bottle that kind of
Well, if you get
just
that, I mean, we could set it up as on one end we could have the cigarette pack, the booze, and then the cigar box on the other end,
yeah.
and just all see what happens and
nice.
see who hits what and what likes what better.
On that cigar, we should put like a cat ball or two on top of those cigars. So then, if
Yeah.
it does go for it, it's got to touch the cat
Oh
balls,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it does.
But
So
I'm very excited. What did they say here? Um, oh, so I didn't know upstairs used to be like apartments. Like I know there was a brothel, but I don't know if I don't know if he like rented out those rooms as apartments or something.
could have been.
But this article said the upstairs apartments were rented out, but tenants would complain of loud honky tonk music and piano music coming from the lower floor. The owner would inform them that there was no reason for this, with the bar being closed when this occurred. Other complaints would be hearing laughing or talking, dishes or utensils flying off shelves.
Jeez.
Hmm.
All right.
So we got more fuel to the fire.
Right.
So that's something to listen for if we hear like music or laughing or honky tonk stuff.
Well, no
Yeah,
dressing like the
definitely.
honky tonk man.
Oh, I should.
Well, I mean, it's one of those
Oh,
things that yeah, we'll figure things
someone
out.
next door. Like someone next door to like where you were sleeping, like in the building, or next door is in like is there a building next to it or what? Oh,
Oh, and those apartments above.
oh, okay. So like I
Huh.
wonder maybe that's where the guide sleeps
Yeah,
Could be.
for the owner.
or the owner, maybe. I don't know. I wonder unless they still
No
rent that
clue.
one of those out.
We'll find out when we get there. I don't think. Well, that wouldn't be good because then it means that we're not the only ones there.
Right.
So I don't think that they rent it out then.
Would do that. Yeah. Never know.
Well, that's true.
Guess we'll find out on the 8th.
Yep.
Oh, just a tenant. Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad then.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll wrap things up. It's over the hour here. And like I said, we're gonna try and go live and do TikToks or whatever, and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Either way, okay.
He
Right on.
told
Either
us the name
way,
of our guy, but I can't remember who.
we're gonna have some good stuff. Whether I catch
Mm-hmm.
stuff, they catch stuff. I'm sure I'll probably
Yep.
just give all my stuff to John anyways, that we can make the videos and
I do want to do more EVP work this time. Like
yeah.
I want to go
Oh,
heavy on the
that's right. You were
EVP
talking about
work.
the EVP box.
The EV, yeah, that's another piece of equipment I was looking at. It's like a burst session
Right.
box. So like it's only good for like what is it like? I was telling you, Darren, like what, 60 seconds or something?
Something like
But you
that,
press
yeah.
the button and it records for 60 seconds, and you can replay it there live, like to hear it in real time, and it's enhanced audio. And then when you're ready to do another one, you just record, and then you can just keep going that way. And it's kind of a way to like really like talk to spirits real time,
Mm-hmm.
which I kind of want to do more because I feel like that would help us like continue a conversation.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I
So
mean,
we're not just asking questions and,
I'll bring
Right.
two
we're getting
recorders
something back.
myself so that we got one, and we can put one somewhere else. Like I can, like the one I have with the Philips, we can set it somewhere as long as we got like Wi-Fi access, and then all I have to do is go on my phone and just press record on my phone, and it'll automatically start up right where it is. We don't
I'd
have
like
to
to
be
leave one
there.
in the basement.
So maybe we could leave that one in the basement, press record, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I could use the other one that actually gives a transcript of what we're talking. It's actually on the transcript as we're recording.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So,
Nice.
but yeah, we'll figure that out. And yes, bursting EVP sessions is something I want to do a little more of as well, because I think when we leave our EVPs or digital voice recorders on the whole time, that's so many hours of
Right.
stuff you got to
Yeah.
go through.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets to be tedious, and sometimes you get so far, it's like, okay, well, I think I had enough. I got enough stuff,
Right.
and then you kind of miss out all the good stuff. So if we shorten that down a little bit, do here, a little there, burst it,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot better and easier for data to put on, for one, use it on TikTok, um,
Yeah.
and see what people say and what to hear and whatever. It would be a good conversation piece. And
And if we want to hear it in real time too, yeah.
right, and then
Hmm.
you can use it for shorts, YouTube shorts. So yeah, it'll be good.
Cool
All right,
beans.
well, what's that, John?
I just like cool beans.
Yep. So we're all set. We're ready to go. Make sure you guys get your shots, your flu shots, and nobody else gets sick again.
Right.
I think I'm good
And
for a while now.
right.
Knock on wood.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm knocking on wood. I got good hardwood here, plastic, but it's good enough. But anyhow, thank you guys for joining us tonight for this special live broadcast of the Paranormal Question of the Day. What we're about talking to the Old Baraboo Inn talk with Small Town Paranormal. Wayne and John and Abby, which Abby didn't come on tonight because she was a little under the weather, but that's all right.
She got
And
it from me.
what's that?
She got it from me.
So, and we will catch you guys next time live on the 8th of February. And keep an eye out for TikTok, either mine, which is MGS Paranormal, MGS Para 1000, whatever you want to call it that way, on TikTok, or the MGS Paranormal 4258 on YouTube, and then Small Town Paranormal's YouTube channel. And yeah, wherever we go, that's what we're going to do. So,
And Ghosts and Us, make sure you get in contact with us.
correct.
We'll find you on YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
Yep, I can send you his stuff for you.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
And
Well, appreciate it, Darren.
Yeah, thanks
absolutely,
for having us on.
it's
And
gonna
we'll
be a
see you
lot
on
of
the
fun.
8th.
See you on the 8th.
See you later,
Remember, you
guys.
guys have been watching the
Oh, yeah.
Paranormal Brew and the BB3 TV networks, also on the MGS Paranormal YouTube channel, which is, like I said before, is MGS Paranormal 4258 on YouTube. So with that, everybody have a good night, and I will see you soon. So long, everybody.
See ya.
See you guys.
See ya.